What's up and welcome back to Interpreting the Scares! That's right, we're back at it on a month-long journey throughout the nightmares. Now remember, this month I'm taking a look at 31 foreign horror films in chronological order. I've already discussed Ju-On the Curse 1 and 2, and Ju-On the Grudge 1, but now we're taking a look at the fourth Ju-On film, simply titled Ju-On the Grudge 2. Let's get cracking. Ju-On the Grudge 2 continues the story of the Ju-On curse that began 3 years prior. This time around, a pregnant actress, Kyoko, is filming a paranormal TV show on site at the cursed home that we've gotten so familiar with all these years. Over time, the cast and crew all fall victim to the curse, and they all die in mysterious ways, all except for her, when she discovers that she's been spared for some notorious reason. But what could that reason be? As with any famous horror franchise, you know 4 movies in that something's bound to happen. Whether that something means writers make a change and do something so drastic that it makes everything all the better, or they do something drastic that essentially just ruins everything. Like the previous film, there's definitely more cinematography to be found here, which isn't a bad thing, but I do still miss the days when the series was more amateur, as that really helps make them feel more real and relatable and scarier because of it. The bigger the movies got, in my opinion, the less scary they wound up, and I'd say the same goes here. I prefer the first Ju-On Grudge film over this. A part of that has to do with the scares, but a bigger part of that probably has to do with the editing, because the scares are fine, but this was really the first time in the entire series where I thought to myself that they're running out of ideas in the creativity department. I found that they were probably struggling coming up with new and original scares that you don't think about, but you still feel like they might be something that comes out of your nightmares. It has its moments here and there, don't get me wrong, but pretty much any of the prior films had stronger moments in general. But like I said, one of my biggest complaints definitely really does come down to the editing, as this was the most convoluted film out of the bunch. It is extremely ambitious in what it's trying to do, which is admirable. The idea is that the curse is so big, so expansive, and so unlimited that constructs such as time and space don't really hold it back. So there's definitely a good idea there. I mean, our main characters have visions of the future that they don't fully comprehend what they're witnessing until the future itself happens, and then they're like, whoa! And then the audience watching at home understands along with them, and they're like, whoa, that's legitimately trippy. But then, in the third act specifically, there's like teleportation, phasing in and out, stuff like that, and it starts feeling like a sci-fi film more than it does horror. And honestly, I had absolutely no idea what was going on in the narrative. I had to watch an ending explained video to kind of help me understand. And even then, I had no idea. That tells me that it's not so much the idea that they were going for, it was more the editing process. I just don't think it was up to snuff. The trajectory though, thus far for the Ju-On films, has me a bit concerned for the rest of the series, especially with how this film ended, which was kind of in a cliffhanger. It could get better depending on how they ultimately decide to write the next few films, because I haven't seen those yet, or it could double down on the insanity stuff and it could be even more confusing than this was. I don't know, only time will tell, but in general, Ju-On the Grudge 2 was not a great experience overall. In fact, my score is so low that this is overall the lowest score that I've given any movie for this year's Interpreting the Scares event so far, at a D+ letter grade. Final overall score of 52%, 52 out of 100 possible stars. I found a lot of this movie to be mediocre at best, and when I was scoring each and every department in the movie, I found that I couldn't really say it was great or horrible. Just right down the line, which is why you see an end score that is so close to 50%. It's cinematically monotonous, and at the end of the day, I'd venture to say it's also probably a more forgettable entry to the Ju-On franchise. But what about you guys? Have you seen Ju-On the Grudge 2? Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. Let me know what your favorite Ju-On film is, and as for YouTube, you guys know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button, and bell to be notified when I come out with my next installment for Interpreting the Scares. And until then, peace out.